This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Well, we got Akademiks, and he is condemned by Ed Lover for calling older rappers dusty. Now, Akademiks reacted to this already, and he basically said that he agrees with Ed Lover that he went too far with certain people, and, you know, he retracted a bunch of stuff. It was really about one person that he was calling dusty, and he just wants rappers from an older generation to put younger rappers onto like bad contracts and stuff like that. And, you know, he has a valid point. A lot of rappers do, but some don't. And, you know, he just doesn't want to see people making the same mistakes over and over because labels do take advantage. Cardi B is scared to drop her album. Everybody's coming after her after Saweetie did 2K the first week. Cardi B's dropped about 2 to 3 singles. Still no album. Usually you do a couple singles and you drop an album. This shows that Cardi B is she's still, like, think about it. She's about 4 years off her last album. She stays relevant on social media, but we don't know if that's going to translate to album sales anymore because look at Saweetie. She has millions of followers too, but it didn't translate to sales, obviously. She did 2,000. If Cardi B might have just had a good run. We have to see. I think she'll still sell, but, you know, I do think she is scared to drop. She's a good performer. She performs the songs that were written for her and put together for her. And she's excellent at performing those songs. Maybe she's I think she really just wants to be a mom, to be honest with you. I think she's totally into that kind of life. And she's not really so into the artist life anymore. We'll see. I think that Glorilla is inspiring her to drop her album. I think it's giving her inspiration. Juelz Santana admits that he lost against the Locks. Dipset lost against the Locks during the verses. Also, he thinks that Supreme should give him free clothes because they helped spark Supreme off with the Dipset shirts. Him and Jim Jones took like 10 grand each to like do some Supreme shirts way back in the day. I remember when Supreme was on Orchard Street and it was a skate shop. It was like it was right next to Honda clothing. I mean, this was like 03 and 04. I shot a video in the back of Supreme actually, before they were a big street brand. And this is around the time when Juelz and Jim Jones did it. Nobody could have seen Supreme blowing up like that. Like, it's, you know, just over the years, it just took hold. But it used to just be a skate shop on Orchard that was very successful, obviously. Cardi B reacts to people hating on her. She says, mind you, it was only 7 shows. Let's talk about numbers. So they said 2019 Cardi B's arena tour became the first concert tour by a female rapper in history, average over $1 million gross per show. Oh god, I'm so sick of like girls giving out data, like the first female to drink green tea and sell an album on November 22nd. You know, it's like, it's getting annoying between her and Cardi B with their stats. Between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj with their stats, it's annoying. You know what? Let me hush. So let's less talking, more action for the haters. Have a reaction. Okay. Let's see what's next. Oh, okay. So Shanquella Robinson. The FBI's going to be investigating into the women that went with her to Cabo, and the Mexican authorities want to extradite the woman that like threw her on the ground in that video, and that was probably what caused her to die. So hopefully she gets sent down to Mexico and gets sentenced and has to do time in Mexico. Maybe she'll get thrown around like a rag doll in prison. Because, you know, it's disgusting what she did to her quote-unquote friend, you know. Shaq makes a big mistake. So Kanye's been in a hot one lately. He met with the former president, dissed the former president afterwards. Then, now, if you don't know, he got dropped by Balenciaga after Adidas dropped him. Oh, no, right before Adidas dropped him, Balenciaga dropped him. Balenciaga had a questionable ad using children in a disgusting way. Kanye West came out condemning that, right? Now, Shaq and Kanye had a little back and forth because Kanye called Shaq out for like appeasing his bosses on the air, and I can understand Shaq responding to that. But Shaq wasn't involved in this Balenciaga tweet, and Shaq said the same brand that dropped his dumb ass. Shaq should have condemned Balenciaga. They used children in an inappropriate way, and I'm kind of disappointed in this. I'm a big Shaq fan, and it's very disappointing that he didn't pick his battles correctly here. He should have gone at Balenciaga too, because it's disgusting what they did, and there's no excuse. They should be canceled like anybody else is canceled, honestly, but nobody will. Nobody will. They didn't cancel Gucci. They didn't cancel Louis Vuitton when they misstep. There's no punishment for that. People really just want to feel like they're better than everybody else wearing these brands. And you're not. You're not better. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.